really want to unpack this and go deep now, because I was so excited when you told me that you had a facelift, and I just want to understand all of it. So how you were feeling before you had it, and now you've had it and you look flipping incredible. So let's go back. What made you have it?
Just looking in the mirror and not liking what I see, I think was the result of it. But I think it creeps up on us, doesn't it? And I think particularly, during menopause, you see changes that you don't like. And they're not just, changes within yourself, they're outward changes.
Yeah.
And it really hit me sort of when I turned 59, 60.
Right.
I kind of just, I looked in the mirror and I could see, real visible changes. I don't think I've ever been blessed with great skin anyway.
Okay.
So I felt that, I've always tried to look at, after myself in terms of my skin, and but that all came later in life because, again, we weren't aware of the damages we were doing to our skin when we were younger. Too much sun.
Yeah.
We weren't educated with the harmful rays and everything else. And so, it was later in life when you start thinking, I've got to do something about this. And sometimes it's all a bit too late, isn't it?
And there's so much out there now as well with aesthetics, and the people are saying, Botox, don't ever do Botox, fillers, never touch fillers. And I think there's all this noise. Start early, don't do it too late.
Yeah,
and it's
there is. But I think, there's also a lot of research that can guide us with making the right choices. And I think if you can do as much preventative stuff beforehand, then that's great. Eat healthy, exercise. I think I can't emphasize that, more, that they are very important. What we put inside our bodies, how we, perform, how we look, all of those things. But there's, you do get to a certain age where, things aren't, you can only do so much. And I think I reached that point where I needed some extra help. And
you're talking just about your face, aren't you? Because I've seen on Instagram, you're a bit of a fitty. I've seen you doing your weights and thinking, God, how's she doing that? So your body, you're eating well, you're exercising. So was it literally just what you were looking, your reflection at your face, that you were thinking, this has changed?
Yeah. And as I said, it's you can do so much.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things that you can't, diet and exercise are not going to help. Well, they help to a certain degree, and then you need something a little bit more.
So when you were looking at having a facelift, what were you hoping for? But I'm guessing you were also hoping that was going to make you feel better.
Yeah, because what you see in the mirror, reflects how you feel within. I was obviously conscious that I didn't want to change who I am and how I looked. I just wanted to wind back the clock. Yeah. A little bit.
And it's done exactly that, hasn't it? Because you look exactly like Karen, except
a bit younger, a bit more. I think it's important to do your research and make sure that you've got the right surgeon. And there's so much more advanced technology and help with, all of the kind of treatments that we can have. It's not just, you don't have to go to the extreme of having a facelift surgery, but I think I tried a lot of other things, and I thought, they're all quite costly. Yeah. And where they give you great results temporarily, some of them I needed to go that bit further.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I'm not actually that familiar with facelifts. So was it a long, painful, intrusive procedure, firstly?
No. Do you know what? No, it wasn't. And I think what is incredible is how quickly our bodies heal from, surgery. It's the operation, I think, was about 2 or 3 hours. Okay. And you just got to allow yourself a couple of weeks to, for the swelling to go down, the bruising to go down. And after that, really, you might be a little bit swollen still, a bit bruised, but you can cover it up. You can get on with your life. And to be honest, it wasn't painful. It was uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say painful.
Can you remember how many weeks it was until everything kind of settled and you maybe glanced at yourself in the mirror and thought, hello, oh, I like you?
Again, because it's sort of every day, you're kind of looking at yourself every day, looking for what's the improvement today and taking photographs. Yeah, I think, I was back out there after 10 days. I had a meeting at work. Yeah. So I went with some glasses on
10
because I still,
days?
so I was still a bit puffy, but I
Okay.
felt I could go out and still, carry on with life. It wasn't like I looked horrendous.
Yeah.
And nobody questioned it. So, it really is minimal downtime, I think, for the results that you get. It was all about rejuvenating. It wasn't just doing a facelift. It was about fat transfer and about stem cell treatment.
Right.
So there's a lot gone into all of this, and I just loved what he was saying. It all made sense because, he explained that, as you get older, your bones resorb.
Yeah.
And so it's all very well, yes, we lose collagen and skin starts to sag, but actually your bones have resorbed. So, your skin is going to sag. So it's about building the bones back up. And by stem cell treatment and fat transfer, they can resculpt the face and it goes on to rejuvenating.
Oh, wow.
So it's ongoing almost. And I was like, that's incredible.